Good day, ullukut. I'm Todd Russell, President of the NunatuKavut Community Council, and I represent the Inuit of NunatuKavut here in Labrador. National Indigenous Day is a day when people from all walks of life come together to reflect on the rich and diverse history and culture of all the Indigenous peoples of Canada. And for Indigenous peoples, it provides us an opportunity to tell our truth, our story, and our connection to our place. It is important to take this time to celebrate who we are, what we're about, our resilience, and the freedom, yes, the freedom that we have to be ourselves in our own place. This is so important. And that's really what was at the heart of the tragic experiences, of the horrific experiences that many Indigenous peoples, young peoples, students faced in this country. For generations, there were those from the outside who came to our lands, who thought that they were better, who thought that they knew the best way. And they tried to take our culture away, take away our stories, take away our voice, take away our language, really who we are. So today is a day to affirm who we are as Indigenous peoples, and for us as Inuit in this part of our own territory. The news, of course, of the 215 children found at a residential school in Kamloops, British Columbia, has shaken us all. Devastating news, yet it is the truth. And it hits so close to home for so many of us. A stark reminder of the historic realities, of the horrific realities of the residential schools. And you know, this is a part of our story right here in Labrador. And I'm sure that there are memories being brought back for so many of our people, stories that were tucked away for so long. And these are stories that some of our people carry out on the ice when they go hunting, or when they go and harvest fish, or when they go on a trip with their children, or when they're at the kitchen table, because they are a part of our experience and who we are. And so it is an important part of our history and culture, and it is also so important that we continue to tell these stories, because in the telling of them, the truth being told, this is part of the healing and reconciliation that must happen. And of course, knowing and learning, education is a major pathway forward for healing. At NCC, I can say that we are committed to creating space for our stories, our truths, and our people to tell these stories. We launched a Kupiatsik, a NunatuKavut Inuit Education Action Plan, earlier this year. So part of this is the reclamation of our language, the telling of our stories again and again. Things that have been lost to colonization and the impacts of colonization, we can make a reality again in our homes, in our community, in this world. And we are working on resources to make sure that the story of residential schools here in Labrador is recognized and honored, and that the resiliency of our former students and their families is also recognized and honored. And just last week, we launched a wonderful coloring book called NunatuKavut Through the Seasons. This is going to depict some of our seasonal activities and the important elements of our culture and language. And just today, we're going to launch as well an online tool that's called Stories of NunatuKavut, and it's a beautiful collection and presentation of photos and videos that help us tell our story. These resources and more are available and can be found on our website at www.nunatukavut.ca. And we invite you today and in the days ahead to learn more about the Inuit of NunatuKavut. You will find that our story is one of determination, belonging, strength, right here at home in our place, in our homeland. This is not unlike the story of so many Indigenous peoples in this country and around the world. And in many ways, this is what this day is all about. Celebrating and sharing our unique and shared histories and cultures and the great contributions of our people. Wherever you are today, I encourage you to celebrate and reflect. On behalf of the NunatuKavut Community Council, I want to wish you all a happy and enjoyable National Indigenous Peoples Day. Nakamik.